Hello and welcome to the Kauri Coast 4-Wheel Drive Club's Charity Safari for 2020. This event is in support of the Northland Emergency Services Trust. This trip will be the third time I've attended a Kauri Coast 4-Wheel Drive Club trip, and again it didn't disappoint. The Kauri Coast 4-Wheel Drive Club always organise quite a technical run designed to challenge all levels of experience. This year we'll be based at the Kauri Coast Top 10 Holiday Park near Kaihu, about 3.5 hours drive from home. This year's trip will follow a similar program as previous years, with a farm trip around the Waimamaku Valley on Saturday, but on Sunday, instead of heading up the Waimamaku Coast, we'll be heading southwest and driving the full length of Ripiro Beach, New Zealand's longest beach drive, from Aranga below the volcanic Maunganui Bluffs, all the way south to the north head of Kaipara Harbour and into the Pouto Lighthouse. For vehicle preparation, my cunning plan was to pack a pair of all-terrain tyres to swap out for the front mud-terrain tyres on the Sunday drive, a theory that all-terrain tyres work much better in soft sand than aggressive mud tyres.
And so on. And as you can see, I've got things pretty well sorted. I wasn't even here. They did a damn good job, so that's pretty cool. Just a few things for the day. We'll probably just start with some of the safety issues. We're going over farmland on the road initially, and then farmland, so there's just the usual hazards involved with that. Just be careful going through the Waipoua forest. People often don't respect that centre line, but they should do with us all coming at them.
Plenty of corrugations.
The Waipoua forest is famous for one of the few large concentrations of kauri remaining in New Zealand. The New Zealand kauri are amongst the world's mightiest trees, growing to over 50 metres tall with trunk girths over 16 metres and living for over 2,000 years. Kauri only grows naturally north of the Kauri line, which runs roughly from Parongia on the west coast of the North Island across to Tauranga on the east.
Yeah, I've got a set of jumper leads.
Sometimes you just don't ask why. The Kauri Coast Club has this thing about marking gates that need to be closed using either bras or ladies' panties. This year's theme was bras. Yep, hey, just don't ask, mate, just don't ask.
Okay, it's just about heading towards the west boundary gate. The water pipe's going to get a hammering in there. I think I'll photograph some more.
I'm sure you will.
That's just getting a little weird.
And in the blue move, we've come to the bottom of a steep hill, and just before the grove of Kahikapias at a gate, there's just a big lag before any trucks behind us, so we're stopping in for a bit. Easy.
Thanks.
Well, I got the answer for you. We're going up that zigzag. It's wiping it all clean of that oil. Bit of a steep climb and then a hard left in the trees.
Yeah, I'm guessing the utes might have a few issues.
Well, that Defender 110 took 3 goes to get up.
Should have grabbed that one and got a bit of air that time. Yeah, just hold the vehicle together a bit better.
Just a little bit back, okay? Looking good. You're right, keep coming.
You're not going to go back there, are you?
Yep. Sliding that way.
It's still going to take a hiding now. Wait for it. Oh, there it goes. Keep going.
You're right. like the planes in England.
I managed it with one shunt given.
So did the ute coming up behind you. Are there any vehicles in front of you, Ash?
Two more down there turning around to come back. So how did you know that they were turning off there?
I saw the red cone and I could see a lot of... Shall I wait for you?
Up to you if you want to.
Wait, carry on.
Couple of times.
Yeah, right. So did you see him stay to the left there?
Yeah.
Yep. That's all you got to do. Keep your wheels that left hand side. You'll be right. Break up there.
other way. Oh, wrong gear. We'd only just packed up the cameras and heading back up to the car when the inevitable happened. A real YouTube moment. Fortunately, no one was injured. The only bruising was to the A-pillar on the Land Cruiser and to the driver's confidence.
If you took it out, Kevin, you might need it.
A cool and early start this morning. Today we head west to Aranga and then onto the beach for a 107-kilometre run down to Pouto Lighthouse. We then wind our way through the sand dunes to return to the beach for a run back up the Glinks Gully, and then about a 4-hour drive back home via Dargaville. Since we'll not be coming back to camp, we need to pack up our wet tents before we hit the road. We left camp and headed down Aranga Station Road. With station in the name, it would either mean it was an access road to a large farm or a railway station. The road cuttings actually looked like a railway line. As it turns out, it was an old railway line, built on the former Donnelly's Crossing Railway, also known as the Kaihu Valley Railway. This old forestry line was initially an isolated run of 36 kilometres until it was joined to the national grid in 1943, but it closed in 1959 with the end of the native forest milling.
I think it might have been a railway just to the way because it's actually built up coming through.
I swapped my front tyres over from mud terrains to all terrains on the way back to camp on the previous day and dropped the tyre pressures right down before leaving camp this morning. Here's hoping my cunning plan works and I don't have too many issues in the vast tracts of soft sand ahead. At 107 kilometres long, Ripiro Beach is New Zealand's longest drivable beach, 20 kilometres longer than the famous 90-mile beach just north of here. Starting from the volcanic Maunganui Bluffs, the beach stretches down a spectacular coastline which slowly lowers its western face to massive sand dunes before turning east into Poutu at the entrance to New Zealand's largest harbour, the Kaipara. Just south of the Maunganui Bluffs along Ripiro Beach is Maunganui Valley. I've been wanting to visit this historic site for a few years now, ever since I came across a reference to it in a book I was reading. Back in 1807, war was brewing between the Kaipara Auckland-based tribe, the Ngāti Whātua, and the northern-based tribe, the Ngāpuhi. The Ngāti Whātua were under the command of Chief Taihu, who somehow had prior knowledge that a war party, a taua, of the Ngāpuhi under the command of Chief Poukaia were heading south down Ripiro Beach to attack them. The Ngāti Whātua headed north, ambushed and overwhelmed their old enemy the Ngāpuhi, using traditional meri, patu and taiaha. Although the Ngāpuhi had muskets, they proved ineffectual due to the lack of knowledge on how to use them effectively. The battle lasted some time and eventually the Ngāti Whātua chief Taihu killed the Ngāpuhi chief Poukaia with his meri, but since they were related, Taihu prevented his warriors from totally annihilating the Ngāpuhi warriors. Some reference material states that up to 300 of the 500-strong Ngāpuhi war party were killed in the Battle of Moronui. Among the survivors were a young Tiruka Kawiti and a young Hongihuka. Kawiti became a chief of the Ngāpuhi Hapu and later fought alongside Hongihuka's nephew, Honiheki, nearly 40 years later, at a stunning defeat of the British Army at Hawaii. Among the dead were Hongihuka's older brother Hawaii and his half-brother Haumoka and his sister Waitapu. Waitapu's body was mutilated to symbolise the stopping of the line of descent. Interestingly, Waitapu Road is on your right as you come down to Aranga. The battle was known as Te Kai Ati Kawaru, the Feast of the Black-backed Gulls, as the gulls feasted on the remains of the warriors on Waipiro Beach at the mouth of the Maunganui Valley. The topographical map clearly shows the memorial to this battle of national importance, and interestingly also shows two historical pa, or fortresses, on either side of the valley entrance. Hongi Hika survived by hiding in nearby swamps. Enraged by their defeat, he knew the way to achieve utu or revenge on the Ngāti Whātua was to equip his warriors with more muskets. This triggered an arms race amongst the tribes of New Zealand and started the musket wars, resulting in the slaying of thousands all over the country. Here is the memorial to the battle that triggered Hongi Hika's musket war that engulfed most of the tribes north of Taupo in the 1820s, and this is all it says. On the drive down the beach, patches of 250,000-year-old lignite coal deposits can be seen in the cliff faces. Speeding the video up to 10 times normal speed allows me to share the drive down the coast, so you can witness the slow change of the high cliffs to low dunes and the wide beach entrance near the harbour. It is said that the beach and the harbour entrance are graves to over 150 shipwrecks, including a French man of war and an ancient Portuguese caravel, believed to have been found in the Poutu area, which would suggest Europeans have been off the coast of New Zealand in the 14th and 15th century. Maori habitation of Poutu Point dates back many hundreds of years, but in recent years relics have been found of a civilization thought to predate Maori settlement in the area. I wonder if they were Portuguese.
Did you not follow me, Kevin?
Yep, do you want to start telling us when it's good to go? Clear. Lighthouse.
You can make a decision here. The only ones that are getting up are hitting it at least 60 k's an hour at the bottom, and it's like this. It's not a fucking nice curve. So they're jumping off the hill and then landing it and then bouncing over the top.
Losing it.
Yeah. So my suggestion would be go around the corner. That one's just as challenging. It's nice roll, so you can get a run at it.
Too soft, eh?
The lighthouse is situated on an outcrop of sandstone and well inside the harbour entrance and about 100 metres above sea level. The lighthouse was built in 1884 due to the large numbers of ships entering the harbour to pick up kauri for export to Australia. 2 small cottages and a tool shed were also built nearby for the lighthouse keeper. The lighthouse was switched to automation on the 17th of November 1947. The same day the harbour was actually closed to commercial shipping.
summer, wasn't it?
Tell me about it. All my beer's all shaken up now.
Welcome to the chat line, Stanley family. I reckon in some of these low-lying areas of the sand dunes there's shipwrecks in there where boats completely missed the harbour and came in right ashore.
There's a big lump of plastic back there. It's not yours, is it?
What's happening?
Left-hand side.
What's that?
I'll send you up this left-hand side.
Did you make it up, Ashley? Negative. Did you get that one, Kevin?
All on video, bud. All on video. go straight ahead or off to my right?
Suck the life right out of my veins when you spoke my name. Got the kind of thing going that tips the scales, yeah, you keep me sane. I'll be the clouds beyond your skies, will flutter by like butterflies. I'll be the blue inside your eyes, your crazy loving keeps me paralyzed.
Almost looks like you're in the Sahara Desert, doesn't it?
That's what I was thinking.
You guys just stop where you are for a moment. Right, here you tell everyone to wait while he finds the track.
Which way does it go over the top of that ridge? Actually, up to the right.
Oh, I think it's 5 now, isn't it? 5, 4 hours, 9 o'clock. Oh, it might be 10.
What's your temperature gauge looking like now?
Not good.
Surprised look on face.
Is yours getting up as well, is it?
Hasn't moved.
How far is it the length according to your little sampling? now. Coming up to the launch. Gearing up here.